Good morning, third grade. Today we're going to be talking about some principles of art, and these would be ways that you can use the elements of art like color, line, and texture. The first learning goal is I can create an example of repetition. This is one of the simplest forms. Number two, I can construct a simple and a complex pattern using paper shapes. Number three, I can produce rhythm by using a complex pattern. And we're going to see how these are related as they kind of build in from easy to harder. Okay, simply repetition is one object or image, symbol being repeated over and over again. They do not have to have, they don't have to be, sorry, they do not have to be all the same shape or size, like in this example. They're all rabbits. Different sizes. You can even see they're facing different ways. They can even be different colors. Here's some other examples from more ancient times. Okay, next we move on to pattern. The basic pattern you probably learned in kindergarten, the A-B pattern. Just taking two different, either they could be colors, shapes, two different lines, any of those elements, and you're going back and forth in an A-B pattern. Here's some examples of pattern using different lines, the stripes on the zebra. Patterns of shape, the circles are being repeated. There are some different colors, and a lot of kids think that it is strictly an A-B pattern, but it can just be like an A pattern, for example, like this. Patterns in color. This one is more simplified, a little easier to understand. Okay, like the zebra stripe, this is an A-B pattern. This would be like a repetition of shape, but the pattern comes in the colors. You have the three colors, so an ABC pattern. Okay, more detailed looking pattern. In a way, I would just call this an AB pattern because you have the two different designs, but it's in the way that they're connected that makes it look more complex. Okay, the pattern in the hallways, the arches, and even the lines created by the shadow. Okay, here we have ocean waves. So there's almost two or three kind of line patterns here based on the different color or the texture it kind of creates in the photo. Okay, rhythm. Rhythm is using repetition and pattern together by creating a little bit harder pattern. Some simple ones that we have were the AB, and then you have like ABC. A complex pattern would be ABBC, or you could do AABC. So any of those type of combinations, I wouldn't get into any confusing, too difficult ones of adding a D to the list, but sticking with the ABC and kind of figuring out how many combinations you can create. You can see there's the triangle and then the two rectangles, triangle, and then it just kind of creates this pattern. You can see it almost going up and down, almost like a flip-flop as well. Okay, here is the rhythm. This is, you think about the lines creating the rhythm. It's showing movement. Okay, the rocks here, the swirling pattern. So the repetition are the circles, the stones themselves, but you're seeing rhythm with the lines that it's creating with the spirals. Here's some other examples. The movement of the people and the size. So they're all people, but it's the movement that it's creating. Again, same image. It's just the movement of it. Color combination, which would create a pattern as well. Okay, here are again, the swirls are, the lines are part of the pattern. Colors could be part of the pattern, but it's the movement, the placement. All right, so sorry about the picture being tilted here. My phone camera was not allowing me to do this correctly. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to work in our centers today. And I just want to show you kind of the areas where you're going to be setting up for your paint. Your tools are all here. Your different types of paint are available. And when you're getting the tempera paint, please make sure you're not putting any more than about a dime size worth of paint, excuse me, into the tray. We don't want to be wasteful. You may have to get a second tray for mixing, or you could do like a scrap piece of paper. But at the end of class, you will be having to wash each tray that you use. So be, cautious of that. Okay, here's our Collage Center. The setup is different in the placement. So remember, these are the areas where you're going to find all the collage materials, the gluing, the scissors, the paper, magazines. All right, and this is the back side of that same cart. This is the drawing center. So you can find all your materials there. There'll be your paper here. There is paper available around the room in different areas as well. And once again, a reminder for our learning goals. Thank you. Enjoy your day today.